Hey guys, welcome to a new video. This is going to be about my time in Lisbon. I spent 3 days in Lisbon, so starting from the beginning, I took a flight with Turkish Airlines, which I will highly recommend. So we settled into our Airbnb and then started walking around the neighborhood. We got to see the Miradouro das Portas do Sol, Mirador de Graça, Mirador de Santa Justa, and then afterwards we got some lunch and met up to do a tuk-tuk tour. One thing to note is that Lisbon is a very hilly city. There are 7 hills in Lisbon. And what this means for you is that you need to pack sneakers and you need to make sure that they're comfortable, because when I was in Lisbon, I walked around 24,000 steps and I remember being out of breath a lot of the time. So please be mindful of that. And another thing I will say is that the tuk-tuk is worth it just because the tour guide gives you a lot of historical information about the city, and I really think that it's worth it to learn about the city where you're visiting.
And when they finally wanted to build a church to honor our patron saints,
And as you'll notice, in Lisbon, tuk-tuks are a popular form of transportation, and I definitely recommend them as they're a fun little way to get to know the city a little better. They take you through narrow little streets, and in my case, our tuk-tuk took us through the Alfama district as well as the downtown area, and we got to see Catedral, a bunch of the miradores again, and the National Pantheon, and churches of Lisbon, which I will talk about. But yeah, it's a very fun and cheap way to just explore the city. Definitely do it.
right here where these buildings are, right in front of the system, a new way to help people go up the hill. Nowadays, this tower works as well.
This is considered to be the Church of Lisbon. I just happened to get the free version because I am smart and thirsty. And I know a lot of people get scammed by the Santa Justa Lift, so I am going to write a detailed description in the description box of how you can get there for free, because you don't have to pay. Also, after my tuk-tuk tour, my aunt and I decided to just stroll around the city. So we just went to the downtown area, we looked at the shops, we got a drink, and then around 7 p.m. when the sun was setting, we got a cruise, or like a little boat tour, to see more of the Belém district of Lisbon, and there we got to see other different landmarks that I will show you. So, in the district of Belém, there is a lot to see, and I thought that a boat ride would be the most efficient way to see everything. But you will see the Belém Tower, you will see the Padrão dos Descobrimentos. There is also the Pastéis de Belém, which you can't see in the boat, but you could walk there after and have some delicious pastéis de nata. And you will also see the bridge of the 25th of April, which looks really similar to the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. And this is because the same people basically constructed it. Also, major pro tip that I have noticed in my recent travels, even if it's the summertime, please bring a sweater or you will freeze like I do. And the district itself is very beautiful. You definitely feel safe walking around it. You could also, after the boat ride, go to the Jerónimos Monastery and just take a stroll. Hi, good morning or afternoon at this point. So this morning we woke up around 6 and got ready, just strolled around like the city center of Lisboa, and then we met up to get with our tour guide at 8:30, and then from there we went towards Sintra and we saw Calais de Pena. It was a really good tour because they took us to the National Palace of Pena, which is a really beautiful castle and palace, and you can either buy a ticket just to see the outdoors portion or you could see the indoor portion. Also, I am going to recommend that you come early. By 10 o'clock, there was a huge line that makes it almost impossible to enjoy. We came at 9 o'clock. I was advised to come in even earlier, but at 9 o'clock it was pretty good. That was the perfect timing. This is really pretty. I don't know what this is, but this is really pretty. So I haven't really been recording because my aunt is traveling with me and she speaks Spanish mostly, so yo puedo hacer el español y yo sé que hay gente por ahí que habla español, pero quisiera hacer mi canal en inglés si posible. O no sé si mi gente latina, mi gente hispano hablante quisiera ver más cosas en español. También puedo. So, just a little bit of Sintra. Some of the things that you could try here is Travessa and Calçada. It's really quiet here. We were thankfully driven to go to the historic center of Sintra, and it's a cute little town that has tons of little restaurants, and there are popular things to eat there, as well as ginja, which you should try while you are in Lisbon. So this is Sintra. These are kind of just like gift shops, I guess. Very pretty. Creo que él dijo Travesero y él dijo Caixa. O, ¿cómo era? Staycation, algo así.
So that's where we're going, near the lighthouse. Ahí vamos, cerca del faro, que no está funcionando más.
We are in Cuba. We are going to jump a little bit, travel a little bit to the next.
After that, we went to Cabo da Roca, which is the westernmost point of Europe. It's really beautiful, definitely worth seeing. The ocean is the most beautiful shade of blue. Cuéntame, tía. Cuéntame. Sí. And then we drove towards the little town of Cascais, which is a beautiful beach town, and there are tons of little beaches there that you could either rest on or go to little restaurants. Definitely a good time to just enjoy the ocean water. And after that, we got driven back to Lisbon. And what me and my aunt did is we basically just wandered the streets again of Lisbon, enjoyed getting lost. Night, we just went to LX Factory, which is in Lisbon and is a little bit of an artsy restaurant and store scene if you want to check that out. So, little pro tip, there is also pastéis de nata in Lisbon, and you just need to go to Fábrica de Nata, and they sell really delicious pastéis de nata. They also sell other really delicious baked little goods, and that was our favorite spot during the duration of the trip. So the last adventure in Portugal was, I just honestly wanted to listen to some fado music. So I picked this really local restaurant, and they don't take card, which is understandable because, you know, it's a local restaurant. And then I had to go on the adventure myself because my aunt doesn't have a debit card. And now I'm currently looking for an ATM. And kind of like in a more obscure part of Lisbon. I don't even know if we are still in Lisbon. I think we're like on the outskirts. So I've been just like practicing my Portuguese and, you know, just mixing it in with my Spanish where I can. I'm currently trying to find an ATM, so I found the money. So I'm here at Lisbon Airport. It's a little surreal because I haven't been here since pre-COVID. Last time I was here, I was studying abroad, so it's like very different, but happy to be back. And that was 3 days in Portugal. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned.